is Kane. That's Corey.
What's up, everybody?
Showing off the muscles today. Did you wear the tight shirt on purpose? Because Mike Diamond, our guest here in a few minutes, is all buff.
I wore the only shirt I could find. I wore the only shirt that was hanging out of that box right there, and I grabbed it, and I put it on real quick because I had to take a piss this morning, and my fiance's family's out there in the living room.
Wow. That's a lot of detail of that story.
This was the first shirt that I grabbed when I had to pee-pee, so just you remember that. That's why it's so wrinkly.
It looks fine. Looks better than producer Jay. What's up?
Damn,
hey,
man.
How are you?
What?
It's just the first thing he hears on the show is, you look like shit. What's up, man?
Oh, I didn't say that. That's just how you're interpreting it. I did not say he looks like shit.
What did you mean for it to me? How did you mean for it to sound?
Well, that's how he'll take it.
Yeah.
Captain Sensitive. He sent me a text yesterday. He got something wrong as far as today's show prep. Yeah. And he goes, no, you said verbatim, blah, blah, blah. And it couldn't have been further from the truth.
Oh, God.
I texted him back. I go, no, this is what I said verbatim. And then he called me right after, which I love.
Of course he did. Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, of course he did. Need to make sure.
Yeah. I think he's on the phone talking to our guest. Hopefully we're not having
we got
a problem
we got
with
a
that.
huge guest today. It's a big deal.
Yeah. If you want to be inspired today, you've come to the right place. Valentine's Day weekend. It's the people's least favorite holiday. Did you know that? That's not a surprise to me.
See, I like Valentine's Day, but the main thing I like about Valentine's Day is the day after Valentine's Day, when everything's 50% off.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Who gives a shit about the day itself? I like the chocolate. I like the celebratory, candy and diabetes you get from Valentine's Day. That's what I like.
You stay away from the CVS heart-shaped box of chocolates, right?
Not the day after the Valentine's Day, I don't.
They're gross at full price and they're gross at half price. What? Just because they're half off doesn't mean they taste any better.
I don't like the chocolates with the little cherries in it, the syrupy cherries. You know what I'm talking about? Really? I hate those. I don't like those. But the other ones are fine if you get the good ones. You got to read the back. You ever do that? You ever read the back of the heart to see which one's which? You like
sometimes
because you know which ones to stay away from.
I like to be surprised though.
Yeah, but when you get surprised, you always bite in that one. You're like, what the fuck was that? Is that a chocolate-covered cockroach? What did I eat?
You put it back. It's not surprising that you hate cherries, though.
You don't. Well.
I used to hate them as a kid, but now I love the chocolates with the cherries in them.
Do you really?
Yeah, I love cherry anything cherry.
Well, not everything cherry.
I'll eat it. What are you talking about? Well, see, that only makes sense if you're talking about popping a cherry.
Ew, I don't like saying that. It's so gross.
You said the C word yesterday, but you hate saying pop a cherry.
That's so weird. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Corey was just like, that's gross. But yeah, nobody likes Valentine's Day. And I noticed some posts yesterday already about, it's Valentine's Day weekend. Those are annoying. Who needs men? We're just going to have fun with the girls.
Think about it. It's a time for the girls. Valentine's Day is a very sentimental time for women because it's media's fault. It's portrayed as a kid as the day like Cupid's going to find the one you love and this guy's going to shower you with gifts and this and that. So I feel bad for him. You know what? Go out and hang out with your girls if you have to. I'm trying to convince Alicia to have a Valentine's Day just so I don't have to fucking do the real one. You know what I mean?
That's the message you get from the media, though. What I get from the media, the message I get is, here, buy this, buy that. She won't love you unless the ring costs at least $3,000.
Well, that's why it's not fair for men. And maybe that's why we don't want to participate in it. Maybe because our version of Valentine's Day is we got to spend our money and we got to buy them things. And their version of Valentine's Day is they got to get things. And if they don't get anything, they're not loved. Mm-hmm. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they want to participate and we don't. Because we're the ones that got to shell out the money for the stupid chocolates and fucking $50 flowers.
It's like a furniture store.
Those are and the flowers too. Those the very next day go down to
That's the thing
$10.
Is the only day that they up the price on flowers is Valentine's Day.
It's surge pricing.
Such a supply and demand type of bullshit, man.
Yeah, they gouge you. Exactly. Don't fall for it. You should be smart. You should celebrate so you don't have to pay top dollar. Celebrate the following weekend. Who gives a shit if you're celebrating on Valentine's Day or around it? And you know what? Why celebrate the one day? I mean, shouldn't you be loving everybody every day?
That's hard. That's a little bit,
they breathe the wrong way. You want to smack them down the stairs. You know what I mean? It's just
Alicia the other day.
Excuse me? They walk the wrong way, and then you want to do what?
Smack him down the stairs, I think he said.
That just came out wrong, but it's hard to love the person
No,
you love
it didn't
every
come
day.
out wrong. Wait, you said they breathe the wrong way, and you want to push him down the stairs.
Like smack him down. Yeah. Like
Let's be happy that he's got a 1-story house. All right. There's no pushing downstairs in his house. Let's just be happy there's no stairs there.
I didn't hurt her. We got a Rambler. The only steps I'm pushing her down is the front steps, and that's only 3. People also aren't happy that the Valentine's Day is the same weekend as Super Bowl Sunday. I saw a couple tweets. One of them said, I want to talk to whoever decided that Super Bowl Sunday was on Valentine's Day weekend because they're definitely single. What's going on, she said. And then there was another video. Some woman, I think her name was Ava. I jotted this down. She goes, to the person that moved the Super Bowl to Valentine's Day weekend, I don't think you understand how much you ruined it.
I want to talk to their husbands because they need help. They got to have a support group. Their husbands, because they're worried about. At least it's not on Super Bowl Sunday. At least it's the day after.
Well, he's going to be hungover. He won't be able to pay attention to me because he'll have a headache.
Listen, if he doesn't want to pay attention to you that day, he doesn't want to ever pay attention to you ever. Okay, let's be honest. It's not just about the Super Bowl didn't make him want to not pay attention to you. He just doesn't want to pay attention to you. Don't blame it on a Super Bowl. Blame it on your damn relationship.
You know what it is to me? It's the forcing me to pay attention to you. I don't like to be told what to do. So I'd be more apt to not pay attention to you on Valentine's Day just because I'm supposed to.
Why don't you reciprocate? You know what I mean? You want him to do something good for you on Valentine's Day. How about this is the Super Bowl's way of giving you a chance to do something good for him. Let him enjoy his day for the Super Bowl. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let him eat his nachos. And then if you do that for him, I guarantee you the next day he's going to be happy and feel good about his relationship, and he's going to want to do something for you. Mm-hmm. So instead of looking at this in a negative manner, look at it as a way to get whatever the hell you want the next day.
There you go. I like that. Let him hear the announcers during the Super Bowl, and don't ask him what he thought of the last episode of And Just Like That. Try that. Okay, I bet you have a great Valentine's Day. All right, let's get Mike in here. It's a perfect segue into Mike Diamond. A dose of positivity is what we're about to have. That's the name of our guest's book and his podcast. He's a life coach, an in-demand motivational speaker, TV personality, interventionist. What doesn't this man do? He's also a guy I used to run around with back in my partying days.
Oh,
shit. In fact, if you're part of the scene in New York City, you know exactly who this guy is. It's my buddy. I love him, Mike Diamond. What's up, Mike?
What's going on? How are you?
Yeah,
Jesus,
the music might be a little loud for Mike, but
I don't know. He looks like he's a rocker. I just had to put it on for him.
He is.
I mean, I understand, but the walk-in music should have happened during the introduction.
Right. Hey, Mike, you know a good producer?
Sorry, what is it?
Do you know a good producer? We got to get rid of Jay.
Oh my God, Jay's good. Jay's good. Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah, he talked to you on the phone a couple days ago, like a couple minutes, whatever. You guys were testing the signal. He calls me. He goes, "Oh my God, this dude's amazing." In just the short amount of time you guys spoke, there's a lot to
watch out because he's trying to find a man to have sex with his wife. So be careful, Mike. You don't get strung into that.
He is. Jay's a cuck.
He's a cock, but that's okay. We're all good.
There's a lot to get to.
She likes goatees. I'm just letting you know. All right.
Oh my God, Jay,
mute yourself,
Jay,
please. Shut up.
The goal with guests is to not make them feel uncomfortable.
Oh, dude, it's very hard to make me go uncomfortable. Come on, dude. This shit I've done.
Well, you're on the West Coast. It's fucking what is it? 6 a.m. there. Thanks for waking up early.
I'm up at 3 in the morning.
Oh wow.
3
How
in
do
the
you
morning.
have such a positive lifestyle?
You know, we'll get into it. So Kane knew me. Check this out. This is a true fucking story. I met Kane 20 years ago. Okay, I met Kane in 1999 through Booker. Booker was my friend, and he said, I got this friend Kane. So we did this big event for VH1, and Kane and Booker decide to go into the bathroom back then and have some fun. So they're getting tossed out by security. They're my friends. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what are you doing? The guy's like, dude, they were in the bathroom doing some shit. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what they're doing. They're coming back inside. I'll put them at the bar. Stay the fuck out of the way. They're my friends. They can do whatever they want. If they're snorting the porcelain off the fucking walls, I don't give a shit. Booker comes up to me. He goes, "I'll be honest with you. I thought I was done at K-Rock. I thought I was done for the rest of my life." He goes, "You just walked over and told that guy to fuck off." I'm like, "Dude, we can do whatever we want. Like, to whatever we want." New York City back in the day, I used to do blow in front of cops. And they never arrested me.
Yeah, there was a time where I lived in Hell's Kitchen, and there was a precinct. It's still there, right around the corner on 54th Street. I lived on 53rd. It was one of those. I was probably with you. It was one of those mornings I was coming back, and it was like 5, 6 in the morning, and I saw a cop that I knew, and I had my hands in my pockets. It was wintertime. I pulled it out real quick to say hello and give him a handshake, and boop boop, a bag of Coke plopped out of my pocket. He folds his arms. He looks down. This is the Coke. He looks slowly up back at me, and he goes, "Pick that up and go the fuck home."
The neighbors needed sugar. I don't know what. They just needed a little bit.
That's what we used to do. So what the crazy thing is, right? So I opened a bar in 2004 called Snitch with Scott Weiland, Duff McKagan, and Brett Scallion from Fuel. And Kane and Booker would come every night. We'd just hang out, right? I didn't expect this bar to take off. Velvet Revolver. Booker used to always say to me, he's like, "Dude, you have a kitchen, but do you have a chef?" I said, "No, we had to have a place with a kitchen." He's like, "Where's the chef?" I'm like, "I fucking don't have a chef." Yeah. All we used to do is go in the back and do blow.
Oh my God. Dude, Mike, we'd go back there at 11 p.m. I would walk into the bar about 11:30, find you. I had just saw my guy. We'd go into the kitchen. We wouldn't come out of the kitchen until 4:30. I'd be like, "Where is everybody?"
You had a kitchen just for drugs? Like it was just a drug kitchen? You weren't even cooking anything? Not even Hot Pockets?
No. So what it was is that in New York back in the day, it was like a 70-30 rule. So 70% had to be kitchen, 30% bar. So I bullshitted them, right? It's the craziest story. So there was a Greek restaurant. This is how it came down. There was a Greek restaurant on 21st and 6th. And I was partners in a restaurant next door. And I went upstairs, and the little Greek guy, I'm part Greek, was struggling. And I was sitting in the bar doing shots with him, doing blow. There's no one in there, little Greek lady singing. Yeah. And I said, "Would you give me the bar?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, give me the bar. Like, give me the lease. I'll give you 20 grand right now." He's like, "For what?" I said, "Well, you're not going to make any money. Just give me the bar." So this fucking idiot gives me the lease, gives me the bar, signs the bar over to me. Yeah. So I go next door to my friend, and I said, "I just took the bar next door." He's like, "What do you mean?" I go, "I don't know, I just took it. We should do a rock bar there." No bullshit. Brett Scallion calls me an hour, 2 hours later and said, "Hey man, I'm friends with Duff. Could you find a space to do like a rock bar?" I said, "Do you not believe this? I just took the next door Greek restaurant."
No way.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he goes, "I swear to you, I can get Duff." So I didn't know them. That was Brett. That was all Brett. The poor guy got fucked in the end, but that was all Brett. He then gets Scott on the phone out of fucking nowhere, and Wyland goes, "Well, I want in." And then as soon as me and Scott met, it was just fucking chaos. We were like best friends, best fucking friends. And we opened within 15 days. We didn't have any permits. We blacked out all the windows, stayed there 24/7. Velvet Revolver paid the opening night. And by default, it became the hottest place.
So there was you had no liquor license, no nothing. You just
winged it. Fuck. All bullshit.
I can't even tell you how it was. I'm sad every time I see the old logo. It was the greatest place in New York City. It was phenomenal.
You could go look. To me, because I'll tell you why. I was born in Perth, which is the most isolated capital city in the world, and no bands played in Canada.
You said Perth?
Yeah, Perth.
That's what that college was. The Edith Rowan College we talked about the other day, Kane. Yeah, that college is in Perth. Yeah.
Exactly. And what I wanted to do is create an experience for people, and the whole point was, let me get the biggest band in the world on the smaller stage.
Wow.
So you could come in and go, "Dude, did you just fucking see that? I just saw Korn, or I saw Slipknot, or I saw Papa Roach, or I saw Velvet Revolver," and everyone thought I was joking. Now, I was always coked up. I was doing cocaine a day. So you'd probably go, "This guy's out of his fucking mind. He's probably joking." But then it worked. Yeah. And every night we're packed. They're like, "You really pulled this off?" I'm like, "I guess I did. Let's just go do more blow."
You know how you always come up with these world-changing, earth-shattering events and ideas when you're on coke? That's the only one that ever came to fruition.
Hey, Kane, was this a whole plot to get me to want to do cocaine? Is this the motivation thing you were talking about? Great things have come from cocaine. Okay, I'm in. Let's do it.
I don't want you to do it now. That was then.
That's so true. But because I remember I will never forget, this guy would bring bands to Snitch, the place, and we'd all do a bunch of coke, and he would be so coked up, he would just say to the bands, he'd go, look, if I just walk you in and you meet Mike, you're getting a record deal. So we do all this flow, and the bands would come in, they'd be talking to me, and I'm like, why are these guys so eager? And they're like trying to be my friend and everything. And afterwards, like, they'd leave and they'd be disappointed. I'd just do my thing. Years later, he goes, dude, I got to confess. I would tell these bands, we'd just show up and you'd get them a record deal if we did blow with you. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking
That's awesome.
What are you talking about? Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
and then
great.
it was
Well,
complete. Sorry, go.
That's the years. Those are the we can tell many more stories, but they're all the same. We did blow until 4 a.m. and blah, 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 blah. What I'm curious now to know is, man, I mean, you completely turned it around. And can you tell the story how you just decided, just one day, spur of the moment. This is the first time I heard the story was a couple days ago talking to you on the phone. How you just decided to quit and where you were when you decided to quit.
Yeah, of course. So at the time, Kane would know this, we were shooting a VH1 show, me and Scott Weiland, and I was his sidekick, and it was this guy from Australia owning a bar with Scott Weiland. VH1 gave us a pilot. I bullshitted them. I said, I've got all this footage, which I did have, but they didn't think Scott was going to do it. And I made Scott fly in and sign a contract. They're like, there's no way Weiland will do it. I said, he'll do it for me, and he did it. So while we were shooting, I was fucking out of my mind. He was out of his mind. We were all out of our minds. Kane was there.
Yeah.
Everyone was.
Well, I remember you'd have me. Hey, come to this place. We're gonna film. Okay, whatever the bar was. We're gonna film. And then and I'm thinking, ooh, I'm gonna be in it. And then, like, you know, every now and again the camera would pan to me way in the background. I'm like, hey, hey. But no, I get it. You never
like
really
one of
put
the
me in
fish
it.
from
But
one of those little the middle fish from SpongeBob that are in the back, just like this.
like, what about me? Hi, Scott. Scott.
So good. So what happened was one night I was with Scott, and it's a true story. I was coked up with him, and his wife called Mary, and he had his son, and she's like, I'm leaving with the kids. And I was like, ooh, it's pretty serious. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing blow.
Well, she meant leaving, like she's leaving him.
I'm done. And I looked at him, and I had that moment, that sober moment, and I said, what are we going to do? And he's like, I'm fucking Scott Weiland. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my God.
And my heart kind of sank because I kind of had this, not that I put him on a pedestal, but I'm a kid from Perth. And I'm in the belly of the beast, and I'm shooting a VH1 show, and I've got all these things that superficially look really good, but I was fucking lost.
Yeah.
Spiritually bankrupt. So I got in a cab, called a friend of mine I'm 16 years sober. He was 16 years sober. I said, look, I think I need to give this sobriety thing a chance because I did it when I was a kid, but something happened tonight and just it didn't feel right. I walked into a fucking AA meeting and, like the typical addict I am, did everything that a psycho sober person would do. 3 meetings a day. No one did an intervention on me. I just fucking went to meetings, helped people, and then became this crazy sober person. Like, I'm done. And it was literally, this is the craziest story. I was detoxing someone in a rehab the day Weiland died in the back of his tour bus.
Oh shit, man.
Wait, say that again. You broke up a little bit. The day I was detoxing this client, so this is a crazy story. So I did a bunch of TV shows like New York Inc., all these TV shows, right? And then I got an agent, and I was like, I think I should just get people sober for a living. So it's just crazy. This lady hires me, the bullshit. She's like, will you go anywhere at any time? I said, yeah. So she gives me an address to find someone. And the kid's in a crack house. I go, what do I do? She's like, can you take him to rehab? I'm like, yeah, I guess so. So I'm in the crack house with a kid. I take him out, and I'm like, he can't go now. I'll get a Motel 6. So I lay on the floor for 5 days in this Motel 6.
That's about it. That's appropriate for crack.
You know what I mean? What
Motel 6.
You won't be doing the Marriott.
Yeah, you're not going. You're not bringing a crackhead into the fucking.
If you're gonna throw up a lot on a floor of a motel, make it Motel 6.
I would have chose Red Roof Inn, but Motel 6 is good.
was in my budget at the time.
Yeah.
So I ship him on a plane, and the lady calls me back that gets me the job. She's like, "What did you do?" I said, "Well, you told me to get him to rehab." She goes, "But you spent 5 days in a fucking Motel 6 with him." I said, "You gave me a job."
Yeah.
She's like, "What are you talking about? The guys I hire don't do this."
Yeah.
I go, "Whoa, what are you talking about? You gave me a fucking job to get people sober. This ain't a fucking joke. People die."
Yeah.
So instantly, I became this guy that would go anywhere at any time to get people sober.
You're like a fixer, but like actually fixing people. Like you know what I mean?
like a fucking bounty hunter for crackheads.
It's
crazy how that happened.
Can you imagine that TV show? They fucking see you and they just fucking and they just run and jump. They're jumping over buildings and lifting cars and shit. Dude, I'd watch that.
I gotta tell you something fucked up. Okay, so this is funny. So I don't know if you guys ever saw the Paris Hilton documentary, and Paris Hilton was saying that these guys came into her house and dragged her off in the middle of the night.
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
Okay, I get paid to do that sometimes.
Wow.
Some people need that though. That's like
it's illegal kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Do you have to break into, or do they at least let you in?
No, this is the best thing. You'll love this. So I meet the parents, they're all fucked up, and then they give me a contract, and that means I own the kid, he's under 18, they can't do anything. So I come in with 2 heavies, but I hide the heavies. It's just me, and I'm trying to be nice, and I try to do it like a real interventionist. Like, hey, you're making bad choices, disempowering choices. Just come with me, and I'll drive you across state lines, and we'll be good.
Yeah.
Kid's high on drugs. He's like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm like, okay. The first guy comes in, he's like 260 pounds. I'm like, it's me and him.
Yeah.
The kid's like starts to think about it. Then the next guy comes in, he's about 270, 80 pounds. And they're like, I'm like, look, it's 3 of us. We're going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to zip tie you and put you in the back of the car.
Yeah.
I don't care how fast you are. Like, I'm going to put my hands on you. They usually punch me, attack me. I grab him, we zip tie him, and we drive across straight lines.
That's fucking
wow.
The fact that this is not a show or like
Seriously.
a YouTube channel or that this is not televised is beyond me, because this could be this like I know I make good money from Facebook and YouTube stuff, but this could make way more money than I've ever
Seriously.
thought.
Call VH1 and say, I got another show for you. Because seriously, it's a great idea. If there's a dog, the bounty hunter, why isn't there an interventionist?
Netflix got
It's
the witch
perfect.
hunter. Netflix has witch hunter. Why can't we have crack hunter? You know what I mean? You got long hair and you've got the look. Like, why not?
Crack hunter.
Come in the like Game of Thrones, right, and fuck people up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
bad.
It could be a spinoff of intervention.
Yeah.
Interventionist.
The intro is just you walking down Skid Row with a fucking bat. They're all running away. All jokes aside, though, it's pretty cool what you do. That I mean, that's the fact that you actually go in and you actually are helping people. Like that's amazing. Like that's another aspect of the story is like you got this part that's kind of like satirical and funny because like you're catching them, but then you got the part to where like people can see the fact that like you've actually helped them out and like they got healthy. You know, that's great.
Well, here's the thing that's really mind-blowing. So one of my personal friends now is Scott Weiland's son, Noah.
Okay.
And if you want to get really deep, right, and I told him this, I've got him on fentanyl. He's a beautiful kid. So when Noah was 4, my son's age, I was doing drugs with Scott.
No shit, yeah.
Wow.
Scott's dead.
Yeah.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
That poor kid. I mean, I know you probably don't want to give up too much, but does he have a lot of ghosts? I can't imagine growing up as Scott Weiland's son and seeing what he saw, and now as an adult,
He's one of the most
he was in a
beautiful
band.
kids. He's one of the most beautiful kids in the world. He's one of the most talented kids in the world. I believe he'll be okay. Like I'm there for him 24/7. I mean, he posts about me helping him and stuff, but so I'm not like breaking any anonymity here.
Right.
He's a beautiful kid, but what's crazy? This is what's crazy. Is some of the people that I used to party with, I now get their kids sober.
Yeah.
Wow. And there you are on the other side of it, helping him out.
Yeah, and I used to be the fucking guy in the fucking basement doing blow.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is you decided that you wanted help. You can't help someone that doesn't want help. You know what I mean?
No,
you decided
impossible.
that you decided that you wanted help and you got it for yourself.
Here's the thing that people don't understand. People say, oh, you save lives. I can't save someone's life. There's no such thing as saving a life. What I can do is intervene and help someone make a better choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's no saving a life. There's no saving a life. You're going to die anyway. But are you going to die fucking messed up, or are you going to die healthy and making good choices and being of service to others?
Yeah.
What was it that made you trust that sudden gut feel? I'm sure you didn't expect to quit cocaine that one night while you were shooting the VH1 show with Scott Weiland doing drugs. What made you trust that sudden feeling?
Okay, so I believe intuitively that we're all connected to something bigger. You can call it a source, you can call it God, you can call it an infinite intelligence. If you read the book Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill talks about infinite intelligence. So I believe there's an energy that runs through all of us and connects us all. When I feel that energy, I have so much faith in the process, and I'll tell you why. I won a green card in a lottery. Okay? This is how
to come
dark
here?
this gets. Yeah. So
They have lotteries for that shit?
This is the crazy story.
That's fucked up.
I was at acting school. And a teacher that I was with took advantage of a student in front of me. He drugged us. I couldn't help her. The next day at class, I went to the dean and said, look, you need to kick this motherfucker out or I'll leave. Because we went with him, he drugged the girl. The girl didn't want me to say anything, but she couldn't have been treated like that, right?
Damn.
The dean goes to me, you have to leave then. I said, I'll leave. I was walking down an open-air mall in Australia, and there was guys selling clothes. So I knew the guy that ran the shop, and I walked in off the street, and I said, here's the deal. I need a job. I'll work for free. I need a job. I'm moving to America. He's like, you're out of your fucking mind. Don't you put acting school? I said, forget that. He said, I'll make you a deal. If you think you're such a badass, the next person that walks in, if you can sell them clothes, I'll give you a job. Now, preparation, opportunity is luck. Okay, there's no such thing as luck. A lady walks in, it's a menswear store. I said, no problem. I said to the guys, give me fucking space. I went to acting school, I can improvise, I'm a pretty savvy guy.
Yeah.
So I let her walk around the store, and I'm like, okay, throw a bait. I said, are you looking for something for your husband or your son? She said, my son. I said, perfect. Is he about my size? She says, yes. I said, perfect. So what I do is I look in the window, because I know that obviously the stock is in the window, I don't know the stock. And I grab the outfit out of the window in my size. I fucking go in the change room and I put it on. And she looks at me, she goes, I'll take it. And I turn around to the store and I go, see, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Now I got a job.
Yeah. You made her visualize it on her son. You turned you into her son. She saw it and looked good, and she's like, I want it for him. Yeah. Yep.
So he gives me a job. I worked there for 6 months. I'm making a ton of money. I was like 22 years old. And he offers me an area manager's position. I say, no, I'm moving to America. He goes, you're out of your fucking mind. My gut feeling says, keep following the gut feeling. This lady comes in. I do the same song and dance. She goes, what are you doing in a fucking clothes store? I said, I'll be honest with you. I want to move to America. You know what she says to me? She goes, you should enter the green card lottery. I'm like, you're out of your fucking mind. I'm peyote. Buy the clothes. The next day, I'm stoned, cleaning the shop window, and I see her walking down the mall with the bags. And I said to the guy I work with, she's going to return the clothes. I bullshitted her. I go hide in the fucking back. So she comes in the store and she goes, where's the other guy? And my friend, he said, he's in the stock room. She's like, I bought him the green card lottery ticket.
Wow.
Wow. Holy shit.
She got it for you, so she got it for you.
She fucking bought it for me. How's this? I go up to her. I said, look, I'm not going to bullshit you. I was fucking hiding in the back thinking you're going to return the clothes. Never saw her again. She hugs me and she's like, I fucking hope you win a green card.
That's crazy.
I go to the embassy the next day. And I said, look, can you really win a green card in a lottery? I don't want to sound like a crackhead. I send it in. You probably won't win. I send it in. I go to the guy I work with. I'm going to take a $500 bet with you. He said, what? I said, I guarantee you I win a green card. He's like, what? I go, oh, bet me $500. I'm going to blind bet you. 6 months later, the fucking American embassy sends me a fucking piece of paperwork saying you won a fucking green card in a lottery.
That's wild.
That is crazy. And then you go to your buddy.
wild.
You go to your buddy. It says, see? And he goes, yeah, but the bet was only for 4 months.
Yeah.
This was
There's a clause right here.
this was. You didn't hear me say that? No, I said that. I said 4 months.
That's
6
crazy,
months.
though.
That's bullshit.
Because I had a similar story a couple times. I used to work at this place called Bell's Outlet, and it was a clothing store, kind of like you're talking about. And my mom was a manager at one of them, and I couldn't find a job, and I was down and out, so I just worked there. And every day I'd have old ladies come up, "Why are you working here? Why are you working here?" And it got to a point where I was like, "Fuck, why am I working here?" I quit. I got a job as a cell phone salesman, and a guy came in one time and bought like 65 phones for his business. And he looks at me and he goes, "You're not supposed to be here." And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, you're very well spoken. And he goes, "You're very entertaining in your mannerisms." He goes, "You need to be in entertainment." And my whole life I'd been thinking about being in entertainment. And you know what? He said that to me, and I still remember his face to this day. I wish I knew his name because I'd thank him. I think the next week I quit and I got an internship at a radio station because of that guy's like pushing me to do so. And it's been ever since. Like that guy kind of like came in and like didn't rewire because I already knew what I wanted to do, but he kind of like gave me that confidence that day, and I was like, you know what, this guy's right, and I pushed me into it.
Yeah, so if we go back, the reason I follow my gut is that if I would have taken a linear approach, which was like go to acting school, do the wrong thing, not call out the teacher, right? The universe wouldn't have got me the green card.
Mm-hmm.
Because the universe got me into the store, and then the universe brought the lady in, and the universe gave me the fucking green card, and now I live in fucking America.
Yeah.
And have an incredible life. Do you see what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I always follow what feels right and have faith in the process of showing up.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? I don't look at things in like a linear way. Like, they call it Newtonian and like quantum, right? So we know that if we get in a plane, it's going to travel a certain time and a certain distance. That's Newtonian physics, right? Quantum physics is a little different. That's putting something out in the universe that anything's possible. And if I just keep staying in the process, the law of attraction states like attracts like. I'm going to attract that is like me on that frequency.
And that's the secret.
There you go.
But the thing is, too many people are so afraid to make those leaps. They want to stay in their comfort, and they're taught to go to school. You're taught to get the job that you went to school for. You're taught this and that. People are so afraid to just step out of their comfort zone to do what they want to do. You know what I mean? We were afraid to quit our job. We were afraid. We didn't know. It's not that we were afraid. We really wanted to see where we could take it, but we knew what we wanted to do, and we kind of made it happen for ourselves. But some people are just so like, they're not even comfortable because they don't like what they're doing. It's just that they think that there's nothing else for them, although there is, and that it's attainable. They just.
So when I was talking to Kane, here's the difference where people make the mistake, okay? So you know how people say affirmations? Like, I am this. Affirmations are bullshit. I'll tell you why. A fucking tiger doesn't wake up in the morning and say, "I'm a tiger, I'm a tiger, I'm a tiger."
I'm fast, I'm mean, and I'm going to eat some shit today.
Tony the Tiger does, I bet, though. He's great.
So my point is, it's beyond I am. You have to know it in your soul.
No, absolutely.
So
yeah, but what's the difference? I asked you this on the phone, like, because we all have those instances and moments, maybe many of them, where you feel like you really want to go here, go there. You got someone talking to you, the inner voice. How can you tell the difference between?
You just fucking do it.
Yeah, but like, what if it's? How do you know the difference between it's a real one or a fake one? I mean, there's a lot of voices.
You'll
at least
never
in my
know
head.
unless you take the jump. You'll never know unless you try it.
Okay, here's the thing. What do you guys think builds self-confidence? What is self-confidence to you guys?
Confidence is, to me, doing something and knowing you're going to do a good job, and knowing in you that you are good enough for the job.
Okay.
Believing in myself to know that I can go ahead and, because I believe that I can do anything if I put my mind to it. But sometimes that takes a backseat to, like you were talking about, like you let reality set in, or
you get comfortable. You get
right, or what others start chattering in your head, and you let them overtake what you really want to do.
Okay, so self-confidence is all about skill set. If you're skillful at something, you're self-confident, right?
Yeah.
So you could talk all day about going to a boxing class, but then you get in there against a professional fighter and he'll knock your fucking teeth through your throat, right? Because he's learned the skills. So the only way to become self-confident is to work hard and do the 10,000 hours in your skills. Okay. So when you called me and you said you were worried about work, I'm like, how could you be worried? You've done 20 years on fucking radio.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if Jimmy Choo-Foo starts a podcast next week. You've done
and
20 fucking years.
that's what I would try to tell Kane every day. I'm like, listen, dude, we know this. We do this. Like you are who you are. Like no one could take that. We have so much ahead of everyone else just starting because of what we have done, like what you've done, Kane. You've already got the voice, and you've already, I was in New Orleans this past weekend, and one of the girls who's best friends with Alicia, she comes up to me and she goes, you're good on the podcast, but that Kane guy, he's really good.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, first of all, fuck you. Second of all, yeah, I know.
Did they mention anything about me? No.
They said his depression is crippling. No.
Shut the fuck up.
Whatever.
No, but it's true.
Everybody quiet. He's saying nice things about me. Hang on.
No, it's true what you're saying though, because the boxing analogy you just gave is something I actually went through personally. I told Kane one day, I looked at him and I said, I think I'm going to be a professional boxer. And he goes, no fucking way. You don't have the time. And I said, fuck that. Watch me. I went every day, 6 days a week, 3 hours a day for a whole year. And I fought a 2-time world champion 8 months later.
Yeah.
I've got a broken nose, bruised ribs. I fucked myself up a bunch of times, torn rotator cuff. But you're right. You put in the work. If you're confident you could do it, just fucking do it.
It's so weird, Mike. Did you know that when you started telling that story, given the analogy of the boxing, I'm like, this is weird because Corey just went through exactly what you're talking about right now. That was weird.
No, I didn't know it. But that goes back to my point of the tiger, right? So when Siegfried and Roy got all upset because the tiger fucked them up, when a tiger quits work, you get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's no severance package. It's like, I'm a fucking tiger.
I'm done working for you. I'm a fuck. Yeah.
I'm 500 pounds. It's like when people get upset when they kill a whale, kill someone. It's at the front of his name. He's a killer fucking whale.
Yeah. Not only that, they'll say the whale's still on the loose. Yeah, bitch, he lives on the loose. What is it? That's what he does. You went into his house.
It's you don't get Killer Steve that just got out of prison to run the daycare, and then when Killer Steve fucks everyone up, you're like, I didn't expect that. That's Killer Steve. He just fucked a bunch of people up. Now he's running a daycare.
The tiger killed someone. The tiger killed someone? No fucking way. The elephant stampeded you? What?
Hey, Mike, I want to switch gears. I want to go to, you told me 2 great stories. I want to talk about how you were supposed to not even be here right now. You were supposed to have been dead a while ago. And then I also want you to tell the story about how you helped the woman with stage 4 cancer. I want to bring in Sister Robyn to the conversation. There she is, Sister Robyn. Hi,
Hey.
Judy. You just started. First of all, I want to ask you. You just started your new chemo yesterday. How'd it go?
It went good. It actually went really good.
Did it?
Amazing.
Excellent.
Good.
Excellent. Now, is this one experimental or?
It's one of the trials. It was the first one I went into that I had the anaphylactic shock to.
Okay.
So,
Oh, right. And
yeah.
they somehow tweaked it so you wouldn't have that same reaction this time.
Yep, I
Amazing.
pre-medded, and then they gave me a bunch of like Benadryl and stuff. So I slept a lot of it. They had to keep
like a
waking
fucking
you up.
rock.
What's that?
If you took Benadryl, you slept like a rock. You're probably out.
You know what? My sister was in there, and I was like telling her I kept falling asleep and having dreams, but she was like, no, because they had to wake you up every 15 minutes to scan your bracelet and increase. So I'd be asleep, and then they kept waking me, but I slept I really kept falling asleep, but it was fine. And we were in there 11 and a half hours, so.
Wow. Well, Mike, she's fighting and beating stage 4 ovarian cancer, and she's just.
So I had a situation where a friend of mine got called. They called me up, and she had stage 4 melanoma in her anus, and they said it's the most rare cancer ever, and she's going to die. Get hospice. And I was like, no, don't get hospice. Just give me a chance. So I researched a bunch of stuff, and I found out there was a UCLA doctor that dealt with this, that you had to be stage 4. So I rang the person 36 times, finally got through. They thought I was a psycho.
36 times you called this doctor?
Yeah, 36 times on my 36 messages. And they called me back, and just kept going. Once I get the itch, I keep scratching, which is a good thing about being an addict. And he finally called me back, and we met with that doctor, and he said, look, you're not in my my network, but I have another doctor that could help you. So we went to the next doctor, and they said, we've got a bunch of trial medication. Are you willing to try it? And I said to them, just try it. Just, you never know what's going to happen. It's a 16-week course. She's in full remission now.
Damn.
Okay. Fully, what we did now, there's a famous guy called Joe Dispenza. He actually helped me heal. You could go onto his videos. He's the king of healing. And there's a frequency called the solfeggio frequencies that was created years ago that you can use for your body healing and energy center healing. What people don't know is when they chant the Om, it's 420 hertz, okay? So there's different hertz that run through the body and vibrations, that if you put these vibrations through the body, they help the body actually realign and heal. Dr. Joe Dispenza is probably one of the greatest at doing this. So what happened in 2017 is my appendix burst and I went into septic shock, and the doctor gave me a 50-50 chance of living. And I was rotted out from the septus. I had colitis. So he's like, I'm going to take your colon out. I said, look, leave my colon in. When I went back to see him, he said, look, you're done. Like in 6 weeks, you'll be dead with colon cancer if you don't take your colon out. I said, not going to happen. I'm not taking my fucking colon out. So I can't. Just not going to have a bag.
He's like, I don't want a bag.
I don't want a bag. Even if it's made by Prada, it's still a
Keep my colon in. You're not taking, not my fucking colon.
Do you say even if it's a Prada?
If it's a Prada bag, it's still a poo bag. Come on, man. I'm not that guy.
You don't want to poop in a Prada bag anyway. Robin knows that.
So what happened is I went on Joe Dispenza. I messaged him. I read all these books, and I said, what do I do? I heard you healed yourself by yourself. How do I do this? And he said, look, the mind and body connection, mind and gut connection is the most important thing. You can have no negative thoughts. You have to really, really, really implement it in your subconscious mind and de-weed any negative that you will heal. More than that, you are healed. So I got up at 3 a.m. That's what started the 3 a.m. thing. And would do these 2-hour meditations with Joe Dispenza, what Joe Dispenza gave me, and study all his work. And within 6 weeks, I went back to the same doctor and was healed. And he's like, wow. This is what are you talking about? How did you heal yourself? I said, well, you're an ass because you gave me 1% chance. I look at it like this. Maybe I'm the 1%. Maybe I'm the guy. And I told him every day, I said, I'm going to tell a story about this, and you're wrong. You should never doubt the human potential and the power of faith and what can be done if I believe in myself, and I believe it can be done.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I went on and ran 30 half marathons in 30 days a year later with a hernia, and I was told I'd never run again. Okay? I've healed myself naturally from ulcerative colitis. I never have any issues with the ulcerative colitis. So just like the frequency of food, everyone has a frequency, and you have to clear up any negative frequency in your life because everything works on a vibrational level. Okay, the universe vibrates at a certain level, and toxic energy and toxic people are a lower vibration, and they make us sick. That's why literally your thinking can make you sick. Because I'll give you a perfect example. Yeah. Okay, sorry to cut you off. If you have sexual thoughts all day, what happens?
You get beat off later?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You get horny. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So think about this. Thought, right? Having the sexual thought, it stimulates the lower centers, which is the groin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at an anger thought that sits in the gut. Okay. Serotonin is in the stomach. People don't know that, and in the brain. So if I can get into my heart chakra, which is my fourth energy center, and be compassionate, loving, and take care of myself, and then go everywhere from above the heart chakra up into my pineal gland, which is the top chakra, I can vibrate at a level that I don't get sick.
Is that why vibrators make women so happy?
God, come on.
Leave it to Corey.
I was all waiting for what Robin was going to say and what Robin was going to ask and how Robin felt about what he just said. He was like 3-4 minutes in a row of heartfelt. direction and instruction.
He said anus twice, then colon, then vibrate. You can't say that around me. I'm sorry, Mom.
Well, Robyn, what are you thinking?
I have to make you laugh because they wanted to take out my colon and give me the coloscopy bag. And Renee was in the room and she was crying because I said no. And the doctor said, well, what if it's going to save your life? And I said, no way in hell.
I'm going to die with a butthole. Yeah.
There was no way that with everything else they were doing to me, was I going to walk around with the coloscopy bag? No way. I said no to that. But I believe exactly what he's saying because we just switched doctors and my doctor said, you know, yeah, I have an incurable cancer. And he gave me a year. My new doctor just said to me, I'm not God. I'm not giving you anything. I look at me. If I didn't tell people I have cancer, I do not look like I have cancer.
No, not at all.
I don't feel like I have cancer. Yeah, I have pain because of where my cancer is. Right now I have, fluid in the lungs, outside the lungs, in the chest somewhere. I have a lot of pain. But unless I tell people, nobody knows. I don't believe anybody who thinks that I'm dying. What the doctor just explained to us, even with we're doing 3 chemos. And he said, I'm never going into remission. I'm always going to live with this cancer. I don't 100% believe that either. I believe that in my mind, and for all the reasons I want to live, I'm going to, like he said, I'm not God. I know what he probably is thinking, but I really do believe I'm going to beat what everybody is thinking or saying. I don't think I'm dying in a year. I don't think I'm dying in 2 years. I think my mind is going to outbeat this. When I get the fluid away, and I get some of the pain out of where the cancer is in these other areas in my ribs and some of the other spots, I feel like a month from now, if this chemo starts working, I'm going to be back in the gym. Yeah. And I need that. I need to build my strength back up.
You can't trust them because they're the ones that told you weren't sick in the first place. The doctors, the professionals are the ones that told you for the longest time that you weren't sick. You remember?
Years,
so why are you going to trust them now that you're going to, if they didn't know before, what do they know now? You know?
Right.
Great point. Mike, what do you think?
I know that I'm going to make a big comeback. I know that I'm going to be here in a year. My mind believes it because, like I say all the time, I mean, my mom has gone through absolute hell in 4 years. My mother has lost her twin, her brother, my father. I'm not going to leave my mom. I'm not leaving my family. I just got a great start at a brand new life, and I'm not going anywhere. I don't care who thinks I'm dying. I'm not. I mean, no, I want to stay, and my mind is telling me you're staying. You're not going anywhere.
Here's the thing, Robyn. You go beyond believing. You know you're fine. Does that make sense? You have to tell yourself it's already done. I know I'm going to heal. I knew I was going to heal. There was no fucking doubt in my mind I was going to heal. I give myself no doubt, right? When he said 1%, I said, dude, imagine if I owned 1% of Amazon. I want to be the 1%. I want to be the guy that people tell stories about. And that's the seed of hope I plant into people every day. I'm just a regular guy that's willing to pay the price. That's it. And I do the work. There is no way in the world someone is going to fucking diagnose you and tell you that you're going to die. Who the fuck gives that guy the power? Seriously, exactly. I've watched fucking people that I should have been dead years ago from all the cocaine, drinking, and bullshit I did. And I even said to my wife, I said, if the cocaine and the fucking crack didn't kill me, you think these appendix bursting's going to kill me? Yeah. You need to fucking chill the fuck out. This guy's out of his mind. 50% chance I get better odds in Vegas. Fuck you.
You should have saw what I did to an 8-ball. You think?
Look, I don't want to get into a COVID debate, right? But when I got COVID, this guy goes to me, "Were you worried? Cocaine could fucking kill me. The amount of drinking I did. You think fucking COVID's gonna kill me?" Yeah. Dude, it's like this system can take anything. So I look at it like this: every day when you wake up, you have to go beyond believing. You just say, "I know." I fucking know I'm going to heal, and I know I'm going to prove everyone wrong. And you embed it so deep in your subconscious mind and your soul that it becomes undeniable. Like I said, you don't send a tiger to jungle school. He's a fucking tiger. You're a fucking tiger. And anyone that gets in your frequency and tells you you won't heal, you can say, Mike Diamond, my friend, told me to tell you this. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And if you
All
don't
right.
like that, take a big sandwich. It's a Mike Diamond sandwich, and you can chew on that shit and go fuck yourself. Because I've already healed. And if you don't believe I'm healed, what you'll do is you'll read about it in a book, and you'll be like, oh my God, you heal. And you're like, motherfucker, I told you I was going to heal. Get out of my lane.
Yeah. And what do you have to and what do you have to lose? Like if anything, you're gonna have a good outlook. You're gonna live the rest of your life happy, and you're gonna be positive. There's nothing to lose from trying it and doing it. You've nothing to lose.
Exactly. And I'm doing like this doctor said to me, he goes, you have 1 weekend after chemo, you can't go out, and then I want you going out, doing everything you want, living your best life, and that's what I'm doing.
Don't listen to doctors.
Okay, no doctors, but I'm doing everything I want.
You do everything right. First of all, first of all, we all know, right, that there is a timeline, right? We don't know the timeline, but nothing is permanent. The body actually has a timeline, right? We know that, but we also know that spiritually things can go on forever. It's been proved if you break down energy can be transferred, never destroyed. And we are energy if you break down cells, okay? So if someone tells you, right, and puts a label on you, who gives them the power to play God in your life?
No one. They just think they're God. They think they're God because they're doctors.
They're going there for a lot of times they've been doing it so long, they go there for the paycheck. They don't have any empathy. They don't have any, at that point. I mean, look at Kane. He just got someone else's fucking blood results on his test the other day. They don't care. He thought he had blood cancer and it was someone else's test.
Yeah.
Like, they don't give a shit. They're just doing a job.
Wait, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me
Well,
that.
I didn't want to tell you. But see, yeah, because I was all worried. I googled my blood results from last week, and I'm like, blood cancer. I'm going in there for Mike. You don't know. I have stage 2 kidney disease. She thinks it might have to do with all the cocaine I used to do. But we used to do. But I'm like you guys. I'm like both of you. In my head, I'm like, I'm not really all that worried. I know that I'm going to reverse the numbers and be fine. But there was a part of the test, there was a couple on there that I didn't recognize. And I'm like, what the fuck are these? So I'm Googling them and I'm like, why would they test me for a form of blood cancer? So I go in there yesterday and she's looking through the papers and she's like, okay. She goes, what's this one? She's pointing to it. I go, I don't fucking know. I don't know how to say it. What is that? She goes, I didn't prescribe that test. And so we were confused. I'm like, did they give me that test and those are my results? Or are they someone else's test? She calls the lab. She comes back. She goes, oh, no, the lab put someone else's results in yours by accident.
That's
and then
what I mean.
She's like, well, that's why you never Google.
These people have their own lives, their own families, their own depression that they're going through. How do you figure out that they feel that they can do you and 5 other people that they're working with and worry about you? They got, you know what I mean? It's impossible. You got to worry about you. You have to worry about you.
Look, Robyn, you're a comeback story. I wouldn't take anyone serious. I wouldn't take their opinion as fact. I would just do you. Get up every day. Look, how about this, right? What if you live to fucking 80 or 90 and you're a miserable person? Like the guy that told me I shouldn't go to America and I won the green card died at 50.
Wow.
Never went anywhere. And this is the craziest thing. When I went back to visit him, I said to him, I said, dude, you don't look good. 3 weeks later, he was dead from cancer.
Oh, no.
Here I am, traveled the world, lived a billion lives, did more drugs than a goddamn that should have killed 10 villages. Nearly died of stomach surgery. Now I help people in sobriety, and people are like, you don't look like you fucking aged. You know,
you look exactly the same.
Not only that, and Robyn, you're going roller skating, you're at roller rinks, you're axe throwing, you're doing all kinds of stuff, rope courses and whatnot. I should be, you're doing things that people should be doing every day, and they're not, and you're taking advantage of it, and like you're doing great.
I know, and we were supposed to do this big fun thing over the last few weeks, but it got canceled because of the snow. I mean, we have plans all the time.
Yeah.
And as soon as, in the next few weeks, I mean, we have so many things we have planned. And just so you guys know, because I know Kane hasn't told you yet, we're taking the show on the road. We're going, did you tell them we're taking a 2-week RV ride? So we're going to be on the road.
No, I was going to wait until we had that all planned out. But yeah, no, we will eventually do that for sure, 100%.
Me, him, and housemate Lisa, we're going on the road.
You bringing Lisa?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's all Lisa wants is a road trip with Kane. She's getting it. She's finally getting it.
I want to do, I want to go, go cross country.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be the three and Bella, and of course my dog Bella. So we're gonna
That'd be awesome. Congrats. That's amazing.
Yeah, she wants to go see all the stupid shit like the biggest ball of twine and the world's largest booger and shit like that. So we're gonna make all those. We're gonna make all those stops off the freeway, and that you never you laugh at them, but we're gonna make all those stops.
It'll be a while though, because I have Aruba coming in Paris, and in between
Jeez.
a couple things. Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, that's great, Robyn. I hope you got. I got so much out of Mike. I hope you got a lot out of him too.
I absolutely did. And I just have to say one thing. So all of your followers on your show have been amazing writing to me. I love all of your fans. Everybody is so awesome. I love them. I have to just tell you. And I have made some amazing friends. And of course, Kane knows I've been telling him I've made some great friends that now we talk all the time.
That's good.
That's amazing. The one especially from Connecticut you feel a special connection with, right?
Yes, I have this girl. I've become really good friends with this one girl from Connecticut. It is absolutely amazing. Yep.
That's great. So, what's your Instagram again?
It is no_1 fights alone 0831. Yep.
And yours too, Mike. Tell everyone yours so they can follow you too, because you got
the Mike_Diamond. I had to do that because the fucking Beastie Boys guys.
Yes. Yeah. You guys have Mike D from the Beastie Boys?
How is that possible? What's happening? No, we'll post on the social, Kane and Corey, Facebook and Instagram, and we'll make sure that we post those links. And you've got a book, of course, and your podcast. Plug those two things.
So I've got a new book coming out called A Dose of Positivity.
Yeah.
I have an old book called 7 Steps to an Unbreakable Mindset. I have a podcast called A Dose of Positivity, which you guys will come on. And I try to fucking help people stay sober and make empowering choices.
Amazing.
TheMikeDiamond.com is your website, correct? Yeah. So all that stuff he just talked about, all the information is right there. TheMikeDiamond.com.
If we want to talk and get the crack hunter, all we need is a GoPro and a couple cameras.
Go.
Dude, come on, man.
Dude,
I'll be the millions.
I'll operate the boom. I don't care. I want to be a part of this one. Unlike when you told me that I could be in the Scott Weiland show. Yeah, already when you told me that I could be on the Scott Weiland show and you wouldn't let me, this one I'm going to be a part of.
Yo, Mike, I'll be the 260-pound guy that comes in the second time. All right, I'll be the second guy in. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Because he knows karate.
Yeah.
I want to be part of whatever this is.
Hey,
you can be the host.
I have to go and chase my son.
Okay, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Mike's got to go. Yeah.
Mike's got to go.
Sorry. I have to. My son's getting up, and I got to get him to school. I love you guys.
I know how that goes.
Love you, Mike.
See you,
love
Mike.
you. This is great.
Robyn, you can get my number from Kane. Whatever you need, I'm there for you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, buddy.
Love
Love
you
you,
for having me on. Thank you for having me on, guys.
Anytime.
Thank you, Mike.
See ya. How do I click him out?
I got him.
Oh, you got him? All right.
Yeah.
All right, Duty.
All right, Duty. Love you guys.
Love you so much.
We love you. See you later.
When are we doing our next activity?
Okay, absolutely. And you guys can really come join anytime. It'd be so much fun.
Absolutely.
Was that a couple weekends?
I usually don't go on. I usually don't go to the tunnel, but maybe I'll make an exception.
Yeah. It'll be fun. We're gonna do knocker ball. It'll be so much fun. You guys should come.
He's a city snob. Knocker ball. No, it's where you get into the giant. It's like a giant inflatable round thing, and you just sort of run into each other.
I know. Okay.
You knew what that was? I didn't.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Bye.
Love you, Duty.
See you.
Bye. There you go.
And then there was 3.
I miss them already.
Yeah. Wow. Mike
Want to do a little
Diamond.
news?
Do you know how hard it was for me not to laugh when he said anus and all that other stuff? I was like, dude, he's talking about cancer, so I'm trying to stay serious. But this dude's talking about anus and having his colon removed. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, when he said she had anal cancer, I'm like, shut up, Corey.
No, he didn't say
I was waiting.
anal. He didn't say anal. He said cancer on
Cancer
her
of the
he said
anus.
cancer on her anus. And when he said anus, I was like, I bit my cheek so fucking hard. So I did.
You asked so many lucid questions throughout the interview, and you were so good. And then, the real Corey came out towards the end there.
Real Corey's an anomaly, man, because I'm lucid sometimes and I'm not sometimes. I'm a smart guy, man.
I know. All right, let's wrap it up with some news.
We did the Crack Hunter show on YouTube.
Oh, you better.
And now, now, from a location unknown for his safety, it's Kane with the Not Quite News.
Not quite.
I really don't want to call it Crack Hunter, though, right? You can't call it. You have to call it interventionist.
Call it what the fuck you want. It's Crack Hunter, dude. Why not? Because he's not hunting the crack. It's not Crack Head Hunter. He's cracking down on the crack. You know what I mean?
Right.
Crack Hunter.
That is catchier than mine. Mine is boring.
Interventionists.
Interventionists.
Like a
that
bunch
doesn't
of guys,
sound. You're right.
A bunch
that
of guys
fun.
coming with lab coats.
I like what you were saying. He's saying just the intro is a slow motion walk, him swinging a bat.
Fucking bat, breaking windows on Skid Row.
Super Bowl party hosts, be aware your chicken wings alone will be 26% more costly than they were last year.
Jeez.
No, you know what? Fuck, this is good. Chicken wings deserve this respect. Chicken wings deserve to be a little bit more pricey. They've been given the back seat of like chicken, man. They're delicious.
You're all for ridiculously priced chicken wings?
Yeah, maybe there'll be some left over, and none of them will be out of stock when I want to go buy some.
By the way, Fire and Flavor Grill, Wilson, he's our sponsor on the Wednesday Free Show. They have a deal for Super Bowl, and it's a great deal, and also 10% off if you mention Kane and Corey. Just saying, if you want to get your Super Bowl food from there, Fire and Flavor Grill in the Touchin'. Super Bowl point spread now is 3.5. It opened at 4.5. The Rams now favored by 3.5. Anybody bet?
No.
No.
No, I'm not going to bet on this one either.
Yeah,
who you
lost
got?
I think
Let's make our prediction. See who's the rightest on Monday.
I'm saying the Rams by 3.
Rams. You know what? Give me a score so we can really get in there.
I'm saying Rams are going to win 21-7. No, that would be by 4. Okay, yeah, 17-21. Rams win by 4.
21-17. Jay, what's your score?
I'm going with the Bengals 21-14.
21.
Yeah.
14. I think you're way underselling this. I think even despite the fact that the Rams got a killer defensive line, and the Cincinnati Bengals have a horseshit offensive line, I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm going to go Cincinnati 38, Rams 31.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where'd you get
We'll see what
38 from?
happens.
30. I guess that's divisible by 38, isn't it?
35 touchdowns and a field goal.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what though? In this NFL, you get all these weird scores. 19-11.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. I'm a purist. When they first instituted the 2-point conversion, I'm like, no, I don't like that. I like everything the way it's supposed to be.
And then they'll throw in a safety somehow. There's 2 points. It'll be 2-10.
Exactly.
2-10.
And they move the extra point backs, and now you miss a lot of extra points. You get these weird fucking scores. The Jets scored 3 touchdowns in one of the games late in the season, and they missed all the extra points. So it was 18.
Oh, Jets.
That's the jetsiest thing they've done all year.
The Jets need to talk to Mike Diamond.
Yeah, no shit. Pennsylvania Denny's manager involved in a meth and fentanyl enterprise. He was selling meth. I think it was a woman selling meth and fentanyl out of her vehicle in the parking lot at Denny's. She sat briefly with the undercover officer and the confidential informant inside the Denny's as well. But she would just, oh, hang on, come meet me in my car, and she'd tell him all kinds of fentanyl, deadliest drug there is almost.
Yeah, she looked around and said, "Oh fuck, I thought this was the Waffle House."
She's tasted the Grand Slam. Now get ready for the Grand Slammer. Hey,
I like that. That was good.
This seems like it defeats the purpose. Tinder has a new feature. It's a blind date feature.
Oh. Okay.
Forces you to chat with somebody before you see any pictures of them. You answer some questions, and then it matches you to someone based on common answers. It only tells you the name and the age, and then you got to talk to them before you can see their profile. Yeah,
Sounds
no thanks.
Awful.
That defeats the purpose of Tinder.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Tinder
it?
for a blind date? You want to see
Yeah.
the match up with?
I can talk to somebody at the bar and be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What do I got to do it on Tinder for?
Imagine you invested all this time and you're like, we had a 10-minute great conversation, and boom, they show you a picture and you're like, oh, what a fucking waste.
Oh, seriously. That's 10 minutes you will never get back. That would really piss me off. I didn't think about that.
Because, yes, emotional connection means something, but so does physical connection. Because if you don't have physical connection, then what do you have? Nothing.
So you mean to tell me that if you connected with this person 10, 15 minutes, then you saw her picture and she wasn't up to par as far as looks, you wouldn't at least go out with her and try her out? Like,
Nah, no. I'm shallow.
Wow.
If I can't have a sexual, physical connection with her, then I don't want that. No, I mean, we could be friends, maybe. Nah, probably not. No.
Yeah.
At least I'm being honest. We're being
You
honest.
got to have that spark. You got to have that sexual, that fire, that connection. I mean, otherwise, what's the point? You know what I mean? You can still be friends.
Yeah. There was a
She
country
doesn't want to
song.
hear that, though.
There was a
She doesn't
country
wanna
song
hear
that I've heard back in the day, and I think it was, "That don't impress me much," and that's how I feel about the conversation. You
She
know
would
what
have to be really beat, though. I mean, ridden hard and put away wet. I mean, I wouldn't.
You said she had to be beat.
That judgmental. If she was, I would go out with her. As long as it didn't retch when I saw her, I would go out with her. Exactly.
Oh God.
And guys, let the woman make the first move. A new survey found that dates are more likely to end up as sleepovers if it's the woman who initiates the first move. You're more likely to have sex on the first date if it's the lady who asked you out.
Yeah, we can't initiate that, you know. And do they have consent? The women better be asking for consent. Because just because I have a boner doesn't mean I want to do it.
Really?
Does it?
I thought that's exactly what that meant.
Would you like the
Would
food?
that stand up in court? Well, Your Honor, he had a erection. The guy's like, "What? Guilty."
Also, have a dog in your dating profile because that increases your chances of a romantic match. 76% of people that were surveyed by Rover said they'd be more likely to match with somebody who featured a dog in their photos or their bio. What if you're the dog?
Woof woof.
Does that count?
Yeah.
The breeds that are most likely to work: golden retrievers, Labradors, cockapoos. Pause for Corey's joke.
That's what happens when you have butt sex.
Oh, God. That's a cockapoo.
I've got poo on it.
And border collies. Rover, these people, they suggest not posting a picture of your pit bull eating your baby.
Oh, I was going to hit this, but
Come on.
damn.
That probably wouldn't work.
They don't eat babies, just toddlers.
They
Wait till they have more meat on them.
They don't eat them. They just chew on them.
Listen, man.
They taste them when they're babies, and then they let them grow if they like what they taste. So I'm going to wait till this is bigger.
I was a proud pit bull owner.
Me too.
What happened
I
to
am
it?
currently.
Died of lymphoma.
It got lymphoma?
Yeah.
You know what? You should have probably had Mike Diamond talk to us. That fucking dog would still be here. Don't you think?
I should have fucking hummed to it.
How about some celebrity news? There's actually some good stories. Seth Rogen, I'm back to liking him now after this.
Really? Seth Rogen? You like Seth Rogen? You didn't like him very much.
No, I don't. But I saying here. He said, why would anybody want to watch the Oscars? He says, I don't get, now this is an actor himself, I don't get why movie people care so much if other people care what awards we give ourselves.
Yeah.
Spot on, right? He says, to me, maybe people just don't care. I don't care who wins the automobile awards. He says, no other industry expects everyone to care about what awards they shower upon themselves. Still spot on. He goes, the Oscars have the ratings, all the award shows, the ratings have plummeted.
Yeah.
Seth says, why? Well, maybe people just don't care. Maybe they did it for a while. They stopped caring. And why should they?
Yeah. Amen.
I haven't watched an award show. I used to watch the Grammys just because it was music. And, that's what we did for a living. But I can't even stand those
I
anymore.
didn't get through any of them. I couldn't get MTV, maybe the movie awards from the MTV or the music video awards. I would watch some of that, but I could never ever get through all of it.
The way they
and you get the
disrespect
highlights.
rock.
You get the highlights anyways the next days. That's all you need. You don't need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, and especially the Grammys, they just disrespect rock and roll. They give those awards out. First of all, the bands they choose and albums they choose, like they're clueless about the genre, but then they give those awards out not even on television. They give them out like the day before in the private ceremony. Kanye is going to threaten to drop out of Coachella. Well, he did threaten to drop out of Coachella if Billie Eilish doesn't apologize to Travis Scott.
I'm sorry, are you calling it Coachella?
Yeah, what is Coachella?
Oh, did I say that? I'm Coachella. All right, sorry. I don't know why I said that.
Coachella.
Let me mispronounce some more words. Yee says Travis Scott will perform with him at Coachella, but he wants Billie Eilish to apologize or he'll drop out.
He wants 18-year-old Billie Eilish to apologize. You want an 18-year-old to apologize? You're a grown man. This is a kid.
I know.
Do you know what he wants her to apologize for?
No.
Last weekend, she stopped the show so a fan could grab their inhaler, and she says, "I wait for people to be okay before I keep going."
Oh.
And so Yee thought that was a shot at Travis Scott, and so he got insulted by that.
Who's insulted? Wait, is Travis insulted or Ye? Kanye's insulted.
Ye's insulted.
So why does it? Travis isn't even insulted. Travis is the one that should be insulted, not you, Kanye. What the fuck? How's that make sense?
He says, "Come on, Billy, we love you. Please apologize to Trav and the families of the people who lost their lives. No one intended this to happen. Trav didn't have any idea what was happening when he was on stage."
Oh, he saw the ambulance and just kept performing.
We all know that. We saw that.
Man.
We believe our eyes. Don't tell us what we already saw.
Yeah.
And Billy said, "You know what? Literally, I never said a thing about Travis. I was just helping a fan."
But that's the thing. If you feel guilty, then it's your fault for feeling guilty.
Right.
If you
Why did that stink so much?
If you feel like you did something wrong, then you probably did something wrong. Because didn't Cat Williams do the same thing? Didn't all these other artists? There was a bunch of things that happened after that concert of people stopping their show and saying, "I want to stop the show for this person." Mm-hmm. Now it's Billy's fault. Why?
Right. Billy has to apologize for being nice.
Yeah.
The new I watched the trailer for this morning. It looks fucking awesome. Jurassic World. It's got the original Jurassic Park stars back. Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum are in this movie.
Amazing. Jeff's in it too. All right.
Yeah, they're reviving 2 sets of dinosaurs.
Okay.
In this new movie.
It's not. You know what?
Do you know who Patrick Wilson is? He's an actor.
Which one is he?
I'm not sure. I saw his picture and I didn't really know who he was. He's in some new show. Maybe he's in Reacher. I don't know. But he confessed in a recent interview that, yes, he has eaten dog poop. Hey, man, we've all been to Taco Bell.
Hey, no, stop it. No.
He was asked, "What's the worst thing you've put in your mouth?" And boy, I'm sure a lot of answers were going through his head, but he says, "It's probably dog shit." He goes, "I'm sure in my quest to pick up dog crap," and Kat, I'm looking at you in the chat, because that's what she does. She loves it. "In my quest to pick up dog crap, I've licked the bag to open the bag, and then it's on my hand, and then I got dog shit in there, and there you go."
Dude, he was in a bunch of stuff. He was in the Conjuring movies. He was in a bunch of TV shows. He was in Aquaman, Phantom of the Opera, Watchmen, Insidious. I know this guy.
You know this guy?
For sure, yeah.
All right, I didn't recognize him. Kat, have you had dog poop in your mouth? Let me know in the chat before we go. Snoop Dogg is being sued for sexual assault and battery. Just like all dogs, he seems friendly at first, and then when you least expect it, he starts humping your leg.
That's just a prerequisite of owning Death Row Records. Okay?
He bought Death Row Records. Isn't that fucking crazy? Yeah. And finally, Fauci says that a 4th dose of the COVID vaccine may be required for some people. Yeah. Pretty soon, we're gonna have taken as many pricks as a Kardashian.
Oh no! Stop it, Ray J. Leave me alone.
Play the music. Oh, let's get the hell out of here.
Wow.
Enjoy the Super Bowl.
What a way to wrap up such a positive show.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a lot in the way of jokes. It was a great show. I loved it. Maybe my favorite show yet. But, you got to bring the funny a little bit at the end there.
Absolutely. I agree.
All right. Good luck, everybody, with your gambling and your picks, and have a good Super Bowl party.
Pick up my